what you feel they feel, and you know that you are desired, you are wanted, you are cherished, you are adored. Welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. I want to talk today about alignment and how important it is for you to align with unconditional love for yourself and align with seeing your specific person, mirror soul, deep soul connection. You guys know that I always like to say that to be super clear. You have to see your person from the eyes of unconditional love too, which means that you wouldn't be seeing them from fear, from your limiting beliefs, from the lens of, you know, not loving each other equally, not having mutual respect, kindness, fun, bring an air of lightness to your inner work. I wanted to share a couple things from a couple of my clients. One of them I'll share at the end. She just sent me an email yesterday that after our last session, where I told her, I suggested that she incorporates lightness and having fun and imagining joy and laughter with her person. And then she emailed me with the wonderful experience that she just had with him after 3 months of them not really. I don't think they saw each other over 3 months. I'll read to you what she said. I also wanted to address another client's concern that she sent me yesterday regarding she has a deep love for her mirror soul, and her mirror soul deeply loves her as well. From the 3D experience, she was just told from her mirror soul the exact opposite of what she wanted to hear. So I believe that this will help a lot of you. Okay. So this should be relatively short and sweet. If you do love my content, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps my channel grow. I appreciate you for that. If you want me to be your coach to help you manifest anything related to your specific person, email a short description to kim@coreunion.com. Go to my website, coreunion.com. Book whatever you want to book. You can do a single session or a package. When you book a package, it is simply because when you commit to purchasing more than one session, you get a discounted rate. Otherwise, you pay the regular price of whatever my hourly or 30-minute rate is. Okay. It's really that simple. So you do whatever you want, but you do have to email the description directly from your email to Olga. If you send us messages through the website, sometimes we won't even see your message. Okay. All right. So first, let me talk about my client that came to me because she got evidence with her mirror soul that she is not chosen. So remember if you have a story that was active within you before you met your mirror soul, that love isn't safe, that intimacy isn't safe, that you're not a priority, that you're not chosen, you're not good enough, even if in other areas of your life, you do see that people love you and support you and are there for you, right? But it's just with your specific person. And let's just say that you've had other relationships in the past, but they just weren't that deep. So it didn't really matter if it ended. But with your mirror soul, there's such a deep level of love and intensity that is what causes, in some cases, this is a particular collective I'm talking to, that is what can cause the separation because of the intensity of it, because maybe you grew up thinking that relationships aren't healthy, they're not safe, I'm not safe feeling this level of love, it's dangerous, all of that stuff. Okay, anyway, I'm not chosen, I'm not a priority, I don't matter. We've all had that dysfunction growing up. It's part of the human experience. Even without having that stuff programmed into you as a child, being unaware that you are a creative, multidimensional being isn't something you were aware of growing up. And you didn't realize, but you were being formed and shaped by your reality. So even if you had a wonderful, amazing childhood and you were able to witness a healthy love between your mother and father, and they were both equally loving and nurturing with you, there still can be stories around men, around women, around love. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is this client that I'm going to mention right now, she feels it in her skin, in her bones. She knows that her and her mirror soul are meant to be together, but for 6 years there's always been this kind of hot and cold, in out kind of thing, never quite at the level of intimacy that she craves and wants. And I believe it's because there's a little part of her active that's protecting herself from that, but she knows that her person is the one. She can feel it in her soul, in the core of her, no matter what. There's also a lot of 3D evidence with the things that she shared with me over the years and even over the past several months, that things that her mirror soul says and does that are actions of somebody who loves somebody. So anyway, they went into separation months back. Her person blocked her. She sent me, whatever. We went over it together and I basically explained what she needs to do energetically according to her story. Okay. And she did. And then a little time passed, a couple months or whatever. And then her mirror soul reached back out to her. They're back in communication. What she shared with me in the last session was that during that time, she did end up actually going out on a date. It's not a big deal. She was just doing it to do it. There was no intimacy. There was nothing happened. So it's not a big deal. It doesn't affect her manifestation with her mirror soul at all whatsoever. But that inspired action was inspired from the identity of not being in the relationship. Okay. Her mirror soul ended up learning about this. So anyway, now we fast forward to they're communicating regularly. My client isn't necessarily seeing the confession of love and all of that, but it doesn't matter because what's getting brought up with her emotionally is what she needs to reflect on. So if you see your mirror soul in your specific person as loving you equally and being committed to your love, in other words, what you feel they feel, and you know that you are desired, you are wanted, you are cherished, you are adored by them. That's how you're thinking of the two of you guys, of having this wonderful, loving, joyous relationship. You guys support and love each other, right? So then if in the 3D something is opposing that, that something is triggering an emotion, it's the emotion that you want to reflect on. Detach it from your person and reflect on the emotion. So in the moment, give yourself love, detach and surrender from detach from the story. If you react and you keep reacting, you are continuing to attach to that story. If you're attaching to that story, that's who you are being. And then that's who you are in alignment with. You're in alignment with your past, who you used to think you were, the version of you that was shaped by your reality, no matter what the age was. And then you're in alignment with the version of your person who also doesn't love you and honor you and because you're not giving it to yourself and you're not seeing them from that light in unconditional love. So her person literally told her without being prompted in any way, I stopped talking to you basically because I don't have the same feelings for you. I've never experienced a love like this. And I like, in other words, I want to be honest with you, almost like I don't want to lead you on. I just don't have the same feelings. So I know some of you have experienced this. So from a few different lenses, you can look at this to reframe it. First, I think the most powerful is to understand that this is okay. It's just a reflection of your fear. So be super honest with yourself. Is this what you were afraid of? Of course it is, because you were afraid that they weren't feeling the same thing you were feeling. So that's the first step. The second step is to detach it and then give yourself love and to detach from this emotion. First, give yourself love, then detach and surrender this over to God, creator, source, infinite intelligence, because this isn't up to you to solve it. But when you detach and you go into trust and you then allow yourself to be filled up with all of that love, power, guidance, and intelligence, then everything that needs to happen will happen for you. And then you can do a little revision if a memory from your past comes up, you can also then go into revision with whatever just happened with your person. You want to drop it, you want to let it go, seeing it that this is simply exactly what I was fearful of. From another lens, the way we reframe it, the way I reframe it is very simple. Your mirror soul is always a precise mirror of you. So if you're running away from yourself, your person will appear to run away from themselves. And in turn, that would be running away from you, right? Remember the oneness of it. So if you're putting your mirror soul on some sort of a pedestal where this is out of reach for me, they don't feel the same, I want to be with them more than they want to be with me, then your mirror soul is also putting something with you on a pedestal, right? So if you're not feeling good enough, then your person isn't feeling good enough either. And if you're blaming and shaming your person, then you're going to also get the reflection back that they're going to basically feel like they can't give you what you need. So this is why you want to choose to love yourself deeply, choose to love your person deeply, and seeing the two of you guys in alignment with pure unconditional love. So don't get upset or mad with the opposite reflection. I know that don't get me wrong, I know that in the moment it can be difficult or hard, but don't attach to that story anymore. That's all. Observe it. Let the feelings come up. Love yourself through it. Then detach and surrender to, you're in a lower level of consciousness in that moment. You're not realizing that you are God having a human experience on behalf of God. So if you're in a lower level of consciousness, fear, distrust, anger, separation consciousness, then you need to surrender and you need to then go through the process that I described, right? And then do the revision. If you need to, you might need to do a little ho'oponopono with your person too, where you are forgiving both of the two. You're forgiving yourself 100%. You're forgiving your person 100%. You're acknowledging and taking full ownership that there was something active within you. Yes, I'm not saying that there wasn't something active within your person too, but when it's deactivated within you, then it will be deactivated within them too. If you want to see a lot of success stories with people who were in separation for years, then got back together with their person, then the person moved back, like literally came back with a truck with all their belongings. There were a few videos with that there was thousands and thousands of miles between them. Again, years of separation. Now they're engaged or now they're married. All different points of different everybody's journeys. Go to the specific person playlist and look for the thumbnails where I'm not 100% with all of these, but any thumbnail that says proof will be a success story to inspire you. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is my other client that when I suggested, I want to actually read this. When I suggested, oh my God, sorry, let me just get to this, that she lightens things up a little bit because of where she was with her mirror soul. So this is what she wrote. I hope you're having a wonderful start to your week. I just wanted to send you an update on what happened since our call on September 30th. One of the things you recommended to me was to pull laughter, joy, and playfulness into my revised memories with my mirror soul, as well as affirm that our communication is constant and always increasing. So staying in the end, but okay. So I started doing just that. Later that afternoon, he messaged me with some playful banter, and it continued every day until he asked to see me yesterday. It was the first time we'd spent time together in 3 months. He spent 4 hours with me at my place, and it was full of joy, playful connection, intimacy, and honestly, it was perfect. I know he's showing up for me lovingly because I've been showing up for myself lovingly. I'm continuing to do the inner work towards my end, living together, marriage, having children, and I know it's already here. So don't take that inspired, I'm giving you inspiration as a way to go against yourself and your manifestation by thinking, why isn't that happening with me? When you go into that, who are you being in that moment? Instead, just trust that when you stay the course, oh my God, when you stay the course and you choose to love yourself deeply with unconditional love and you align yourself with what you truly want in your heart and soul, God, universe, source, infinite intelligence, Okay. If it's not in love, then that is not in God. And if it's not in love and it's not in God, then it doesn't even matter. Okay. It's as simple as that. No matter what your belief system is, no matter anything, what you assume, what you expect, what you believe is going to be who you are, and it's going to be reflected back to you. So let it be love, a deep love, unconditional love, in trust, love, and faith, and do not stay aware or attached to anything other than that. Please do receive the message below by affirming, my mind is clear, my heart is open. I'm currently receiving all of the love with me and my mirror soul. Reach out to me if you need me. I love you. Have an amazing day. Goodbye. Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between us.